recording.
I'm recording.
And I'm recording. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 52 times doing that countdown.
Still got it.
Still got it, baby.
I'm getting pretty good at this.
Counting to 5.
Yup.
52 weeks in a row.
Didn't even miss one.
Let's fucking go!
Remember when we first came up with this bit where we go around and say hello to each other?
Yes, I do remember. And, normally we ask how we're doing, but I assume that's what you're wondering. But just by saying hello, I'm doing great. Swain, how are you, my friend?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Bones. I'm hype as fuck. It's 52. Birds, are you hype as fuck?
I'm hype as fuck. It's 52. 1 year episode. It's on one hand, it feels like it just flew by. And on the other hand, I remember like every single minute of it. The chats, the interviews, desperately trying to come up with a new intro bit every week.
Remember when we were going to do a map each week? Ugh.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do one map review and one gun review every week. That ended episode 3.
Out the window, and we were like, well, let's just be funny. Here we are, jokesters.
Oh, man.
I got in trouble on the internet for not talking about Cheez-Its enough anymore. So I'm going to top this episode off with saying, tried those Sriracha Cheez-Its. Pretty good.
White cheddar for life.
I'm on a diet right now. I can't be eating any Cheez-Its. I got to get trimmed for the wedding. Can't be eating Cheez-Its.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Big day coming up.
Woo!
Yeah. Hey, can I give a shout out to the internet for all of the wedding love and for the emu hype? The emu's name is Lumpy, by the way, just in case you needed that. Big 52 for the show Crucible Radio,
the podcast for all things Destiny PvP.
Boom.
Here we are.
If you've been listening since the first day, you're crazy, but we love you. And if you've just tuned in today or yesterday or a week ago for our Overwatch podcast, which everyone loved so dearly, we are happy to have you here listening to Crucible Radio. It is our distinct pleasure to do this show week after week. The three of us have bonded as friends so thoroughly and so deeply, and we've made so many friends since we started, and I think even just a little bit we've helped some people get better at the Crucible, which I think counts as a win on all 3 counts.
Not bad.
I've at least helped myself.
Yeah.
If
this show is for us
else.
primarily to get better, but if it wears off, that's cool too.
Well, we're going to get like all sappy and hear from a bunch of our friends we've made from the past year over the course of the show. But this isn't just a clip show. This isn't, we're not phoning it in. We got some real deal announcements. We got a crazy week to be talking about episode 52.
Oh,
where
boy.
we even
Oh,
begin.
we planned it a year ago. We're like, a year from now.
Let's time it to a hypothetical Twitch reveal.
Look, we said maybe even over a month ago now that we'd make announcements for this episode. I'm going to say this first thing because I've been so excited that this is going to happen. First big announcement for Crucible Radio coming up in the future is that the legendary gunsmith John Wisniewski will be coming back on this show to do an interview. We're going to talk to him about balance patches, the current meta, where they see it going in the future. We might even hear from other Bungie developers that you may have heard of either through a Bungie Twitch stream or, conversations we've had with John in the past, all that sort of thing. It's happening soon. Get hype. Those episodes are just so satisfying to us and to you guys.
Get your popcorn, get your questions, have them all ready. We'll ask them.
It's going to happen.
So hype.
Well, that's not the only big announcement we have. I can't wait to hear from News.
Oh, man.
And
we got more.
I don't want to tease the other Bungie developers who might be coming on, but Noosk and the gang. But I am very excited to make a big announcement because I've been banging my head against this thing for the past 2 weeks. As of today, episode 52, Monday, you're hearing it. I'm so psyched to announce CrucibleRadio.com.
CrucibleRadio.com.
Oh my God. You got to check this thing out. Every episode, we got YouTubes, we got MP3 links. You want to join the Slack, you want to find out, go there. It'll tell you how. And a bunch of other tidbits. You want to find out what guests have been on the show. You want to find out musicians who've been on the show. We got it all. But in particular, people have been paying attention the past couple of weeks. We've been having a t-shirt submission contest. Woo-hoo-hoo. And I got to say, Bonesy has been in the lab putting together the store, doing the design, getting these things laid out, picking out colors.
We're psyched.
So I want to talk about these shirts here. These t-shirts are awesome. Every submission we got was awesome. I love so many of the designs we got. Artists who felt like dedicating their time to donate their time to give us some cool designs are awesome. And we will actually be using multiple designs. We decided that this stuff was so good. There's no way we just pick one winner. There's no way we just pick two winners. But I really have to get stoked about the first two shirts we're designing. And you know what? We're recording this right now. We might even put up more. So, but I just want to give a special shout out currently to Sean Palmer, who designed our Crucible Radio shirt. It's got this awesome sword cut through it. The graphics are insane. I titled it Steel because I needed to pick a name before submitting it, but that's just the name I went with. But it looks really great, and these shirts have awesome color options. The second one to our big winner here in tandem with Sean is Appalled GG, and we didn't tease this on Twitter. Oh, this one's so good. No one even knows yet. Oh my God,
yeah,
I'm
this
getting
was
so
my
excited.
pick for sure.
This was such an amazing design. This one is called Voop. And if you've been listening to us, if you've played Destiny with us, or if you've watched me and Swain on stream, Voop is the sound that a guardian getting dissolved into the void makes when you destroy them with a fusion rifle. And this shirt has an awesome Voop design in so many colors. It's so cool. There's 3 designs that I didn't even talk about that our buddy Bobby designed, and I'm not even going to say because you got to go check them out. They are so cool. And maybe my favorites. You just have to keep a lookout on the store for more designs. So you can go to crucibleradio.com. You'll find it through there. You can go directly to crucibleradio.com/store. And there's some other designs that I haven't even talked about on the show for you to get. I also do want to give a special shout out to Cassie the Cat One at Twitter. She drew these incredible portraits of us, and we figured that they just have to get the publication that they deserve of our Twitter profiles right now. They're incredible.
So good.
I'll tell you what.
I love it.
Cassie's portraits are so dope. It convinced me to take a picture of myself and send it to her so she could draw a portrait of me. If I've protected my secret identity so thoroughly over this last year, but these portraits are just too dope. I'm going to reveal it.
You're going to see 50% of birds.
50% of birds.
An artist rendition of 50% of his face. So
she asked me what helmet I wanted for the other half, and I was so close to going with the kitty mask from the Halloween.
That's a whole different thing.
I gave her the Year One Future Work cult. So we'll see. We'll see. But check out Bones and Swain. Just gorgeous.
Oh, okay. And yes, the site means that we have the ability to bring more cool stuff. Our YouTube will be really kicking it up a notch in Crucible Radio Year 2, if we can coin that term right now. And it looks beautiful. Birds has put so much work into it. We've had a few helpers as well. Yeah,
let me give some shout outs right here. This crucibleradio.com, from people just donating their time, internet savvy people, design savvy people who just made this thing happen. I got to give a shout out to Evil Amy. Just came out of nowhere with the site design, put together the theme, all the look and feel, just the hotness of this site. You can thank her for that. Bradberg coming in with some tech support, getting everything going. And our buddy Contacts doing a little bit of the heavy lifting behind the scenes between the t-shirt contest and the news site. How many people have come out of the woodwork? Thank you so much to all of you.
Well, guys, that's enough hype. Wait, no. We got more hype.
No, it's not.
We got more hype. We
the
got
hype
Destiny
coming.
hype. Let's dive into it, guys. This is what the show's about. Destiny. It's not about shirts. Destiny.
Thought it was about Overwatch.
Oh God.
Doggos, baby, doggos.
Doggos. I gotta say, Bungie's leak game is so on point. that first poster leak, like wink, wink, nod, nod, loose lips sink ships, huh, Bungie? Just like the steady stream of leaks coming out, little things on Reddit, on Twitter, posts that get deleted but get screenshotted beforehand.
Oops, DestinyTheGame.com accidentally confirmed it.
I loved Swain sent us the tweet from Irk that was a picture of a pipe bursting with a smiley face, and I Google image searched the word leak, and it was the third result. I'm like, I know what you did.
And then
Yeah.
I like also the next day it was just a frowny face and like a dam bursting.
Well, we had the Twitch reveal. We got a look at the new expansion coming this September, Rise of Iron. And it was awesome. It was mostly just looking at like concept art and hearing about the ideas. We did find out some concrete details.
No,
though.
but they went so detailed with the lore. As much as they could tell, they did, at least to give us a background. And, it was just really fascinating to listen to that. Even if there is nothing but like a PowerPoint presentation in front of me, I was so engaged in that conversation about what inspired them to follow this trail. I've said this a lot on this show and on Twitter all week and stuff like that, but this expansion has me particularly more excited than any other expansion. And maybe I screamed a lot for Taken King. I know I was looking forward to it, but the aesthetic of this Rise of Iron satisfies me on such a deep level because I'm not the biggest fan of creepy dark space. If I'm playing like a horror game, that's one thing that's cool, but I didn't like patrolling the moon. I don't like the Hive as much as I like the wonderful extravagancy of Venus and stuff like that. We're exploring snow and big open spaces and the old, the noble knight aesthetic of the Rise of Irons and the Iron Lords. That satisfies me on such a deep level. I can't wait for snow to be falling in Destiny. That's what I've been wanting since the alpha, is just like, oh, that concept art of Europa, make that happen. And this is really just on a pure visual level, really stimulating my senses right now. I'm just like, yes, this is what I want it to look like. I'm very, very excited for just the environment we're going to be able to explore.
Yeah. The aesthetics make me think of like what I wish my house looked like. It's like
I gotta
dogs.
say, your house is pretty cool as is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So like dogs and cool statues and fire and Viking-esque things. Yeah. Can you tell I want to be a Viking?
Yeah, it's like uncovering a tomb from Indiana Jones, like that's where you'd find the Holy Grail.
They kind of bring it up in the Twitch reveal. The new social space, which is Fellwinter's Peak, seems like we're gonna have to retake it. It's like it's almost like if the tower was like overrun with Fallen at the beginning of the game, and instead of like cracking through the wall, you had to be like part of this group of Guardians retaking the tower. That's a cool idea, but we're gonna have to do that with this new social space on Fellwinter's Peak. Retake it from was it Siva?
Siva.
The mutant Fallens who are really obsessed with body modifications.
Totes.
But it's the first time. It's the first time us as Guardians and as a team have been able to sort of push out and fight back. And yeah, we have a new problem right at our front door. That's kind of how this game works. Is someone shows up and makes a big deal. But with that whole fighting back thing, I love that because we haven't been able to expand. And the Taken King was just sort of a new threat arriving. And yeah, we took over a ship sort of. Mm-hmm. But this is us saying like, nah, we run Earth. This is our home. And we're not letting it, collapse any further. And in fact, we're going to be able to push it out a little bit.
That's great.
So I love the idea of taking over that social space and saying like, nah, this is our place. I love that.
We also got some sneak peeks at some gear. Some of that new that new sexiness. I'm thoroughly jealous, Bones. The warlock stuff is awesome.
I'm finally getting fur. Like I said, dude, this expansion just gives me everything I wanted. I remember thinking like those 3 promo pictures of the Warlock, Titan, and Hunter back in the day going, look at that Titan collar he's got with the fur. If that's a thing, I'm picking Titan. And it has shown up in reality. I mean, the new Monarchy gear right now has that vibe. And I love the Hunter's feathers and stuff like that. But finally, a Warlock gets to rock the fur. I'm so happy.
They kind of showed off the Warlock Iron Banner gear, it seems. Mm-hmm. And then they kind of showcased the other stuff. They showcased the Trials gear with the Kitty Hunter. And they also showed off, I think it looks like either this will be one of the faction sets, or possibly like the Crucible or the sets, the Vanguard sets.
Yeah, it does seem a little reminiscent of Siva, which I don't know how that would work because we don't really understand.
Well, it's a technological plague.
Of course. But yeah, it has that vibe of a lot of what
very Gundam-y.
Rasputin's architecture looks like too. You know, what we sort of see once we go down in there. All these angular stuff, the sleeper simulant, the Titan Greaves, those kind of things. I really like that architecture.
For sure. It all looks great. They're throwing in some new gunsmith guns. Like it's going to be
a new manufacturer called Nadir.
Manufacturer. We had the emblem before. Now we're getting to see the guns. They're so sleek. That machine gun.
Very, very curious.
Very stylish, yeah.
It was sort of destined to happen, if you will, but it really seems like the Kostov will be appearing in maybe some sort of refurbished form. I don't know if it'll be an exotic or not, but I definitely saw that little thumbnail, and that is a gun that people have just been hiding in their vaults for a year and a half, 2 years now, and are just waiting for it to be powerful.
Well, you know what?
That's gonna be cool.
It worked the first time we took back the wall. It'll work this time.
There you go.
Or not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, we also found out that fitting for a Rise of Iron expansion, that we've got some new Crucible goodies coming our way. We've got some new maps.
Always good.
And we've got a...
snow map.
Oh, please, snow map. If I can track someone down in Inferno because of their footprints in the snow... and then shoot him with a bow and arrow and cook him over a fire, or like whatever. I'm hoping that's it. But I'll
Destiny Primal.
Yeah, Crucible Revenant mode. Really, what I'm shooting for. But we got a new game mode. Who knows what it is?
Maybe capture the flag.
King of the Hill, Oddball.
Well, we could just speculate about it, but. Guys, I know we'd sort of teased we're going to be talking with John Wisniewski and possibly some other Bungie devs.
Yeah, but he can't talk about that.
Well, but John and I have a special relationship. We go way back.
Do you?
Let's just go ahead and let's get him on the phone and see if John can tip his hand.
Dude.
Wait, no, Birds.
No, let's call him. Let's call him. It'll be fine.
That seems super clingy. I mean, he's doing a nice favor by coming on the show to begin with, man. I don't know.
Look, it's just a little spoiler. There've been leaks left and right. No, guys, I got his phone number. Let me just dial him up. I'm sure he's going to tell us something.
Don't do that. No, come on. That's
no. I'm already dialing. I'm already dialing.
We're gonna get a restraining order.
Hello.
Hey, John. It's Birds from Crucible Radio.
Birds.
Hey, yeah, I was, I was thinking we've had like the Rise of Iron, all the hype, all the leaks that came out. We're finding out all sorts of stuff. Maybe that you could sort of leak something exclusive for us to put on the show.
No.
Oh, nothing. Just like
seriously, you want me to lose my job? No, man. Come on.
I didn't mean like that. Just
hey, it's like, I mean, I like you guys. You guys are great. You got your little podcast. You guys are super cool. But I mean, come on, man. How did you get my number again?
It's not important. Well, we still have you on the interview in 2 weeks, right?
Oh yeah. So you just called me to get some clip for your anniversary show, right? That's all this is.
I mean, I guess.
Sure. Hey, hold on a sec. Was that? Yeah, I don't know. It's some guy. It's a work thing. Yeah. Okay. Hey, man, I gotta go.
Okay.
I'll be on the show in a little bit, but don't ever call me at home again.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like I said,
I don't know what I was expecting.
embarrassing.
I thought he would give us something.
Just let it go, man. It's okay.
Okay. Moving on. Let's pretend like that didn't happen.
Since Birds embarrassed us, I am going to speculate because he hates it.
Hey, just wanted to make clear. John Wisniewski is the nicest person we've ever met. Just a comedy bit, not serious, in case it wasn't obvious. Take it away, Swain.
This expansion is only going to be on Xbox One and PS4. They're giving people ways of upgrading and bringing their Guardians forward if they're on Xbox 360 or if they are on PS3. There's going to be options for you to bring your Guardian to the new console if you get one. But like I said, when they showed it all, it said new Crucible modes, new Crucible maps, new Crucible this. Then it said new features.
Features.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
I like features.
Leave it
It's
there.
a big open-ended word, and it makes me get carried away
Such
in
a
my brain
big word.
a little bit.
It's a good episode to
you're
get
right.
carried away,
Don't-
guys.
Can we not jinx it? Like we all know what we think features means, right? We all know.
Yeah, we have a
all
rule.
know.
We don't say it, right?
Don't say it.
We don't jinx it.
If we don't say
jinx
it, it'll happen. Because it's worked every other single time so far. Just think about it, guys. Features.
Hey, well, we got features on this show. I want to hear from one of those guests we mentioned. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Since we got to recover from that embarrassing
Okay.
call.
Well, we talked to a lot of our past guests. I gotta say, one of my favorites from the past year, a role model, a Rumble pony with the best of them. I sure enjoyed talking to Asteroid, and Asteroid had some stuff to say to us.
Honestly, okay, I'm really bad with this, so Birds, I'm really sorry ahead, but I just imagine some a tall figure, maybe maybe red hair. I don't know. That's just a guess. My favorite feedback by far from those who watched that episode, they've come to me in my stream. I've gotten just PSN messages from people who might have seen me, and my favorite thing by far is when they tell me, I've decided to take this game very seriously, and I too want to be a name in this community. And what you said has really inspired me to work toward that, because honestly, what I'd like to see most is plenty of new names, fresh faces in the sweaty community. Do not give up whatever you think, as long as you're having fun with this game, and at the same time you want to reach a goal, like to reach the top of the ranks, the leaderboards, or just be known. Keep at it. It's definitely possible. Spread your name, play with as many people as you can, just permeate through the community. Thank you everybody for listening, and here's to another year of Rumble.
Okay. I don't know whether to be. He didn't think I was tall.
You're a ginger. Is he a ginger?
I'm not quite ready to tip my hand yet, but no, I don't have red hair. What would make you think I have red hair?
Well, hey, guys, it's fine to have red hair.
I mean, we did guess that Bones doesn't have hands.
Well, okay. I happen to hear from two young boys, two friends that they happen to have an obsession with a weapon that voops people. And they had a little message for us as well.
Hey guys, it's the Battle Bros. Listen, you took a year, Birds, Bones, and Swain, you're bringing us all together and letting us nerd about fusion rifles, right? I just want to thank the Husk of the Pit for getting us into Destiny and the Slack. You guys are amazing. Thanks for letting us have a fantastic year. Let's keep going, right? Rise of Iron.
Keep on vooping, boys. Crucible Radio guys, you guys did it. You made it a whole year without any catastrophic failure. Congrats to Swain and Birds on getting married/engaged. in any order. Bones, you will find your mate someday. She will voop like you do, I believe. Thank you to the Slack. Thank you to the Husk of the Piff, Greg, Joe, Mike, Ethan, Matt, all you guys. You guys gave us the start that we needed to get this far. Keep on vooping, Guardians. You guys will get to the top someday.
Yeah, like all stable and sound, like a field choke on a plan C.
No, it's QCB.
Oh my God, we've been over this.
I just don't think you can do that.
Field choke, perfect balance, more impact.
No, I don't think.
You
No,
are-
QCB
God
and Hammerforge is
damn
the best thing.
it. Could you just get
Hammerforge
it
is the
to
best
your-
thing. No, plan C. No, it has
Well,
Some say
I
they're
don't know why
still
we
arguing
overthink.
right now.
I would expect nothing less.
How's that sitcom coming along, Brits?
It's having some pre-production issues. You know, one guest that we've had him on the show a couple times, and I've enjoyed talking to him so much. He took us through the visualization.
Who have we talked to that we just didn't enjoy talking to?
We enjoyed talking to him multiple
Hated
times.
Fallout. I mean, no. Who are you guys gonna say?
No, of course, we love our good buddy, Mr. Sports Psychologist Steve.
Oh man, I love this guy.
When he first came on the show, I didn't know what to expect, but it made me think that maybe we had something a little more than just a show about the Crucible. You remember the 3x3 exercise? Like we all
No,
know
the
our
lemon.
breathing.
The lemon.
Lemon.
Visualize a lemon.
That was wild.
Every time we have him on, it's great, and he had a little something to say.
Let's hear from Steve.
Hey guys, Sports Psych Steve here. Just wanted to wish you all a happy 1-year anniversary, or is it a birthday? I don't know, but either way, congratulations. It's quite the accomplishment. It's been my pleasure getting to know you guys over the last year and having the opportunity to help all your listeners control their tilt, learn how to breathe, and even imagining some lemons in their heads. So can't wait to see what the future of Destiny brings and all the new competitive challenges along with it. Ever since I heard Bones deliver his Crucible rap back in the day, I was hooked on the show, and now my challenge is to maintain my lead over Fallout in most guest appearances on your podcast. So we'll see you guys soon at the Destiny Con, and I'll talk to you later.
Well, we got to get Steve back on the show for a real guest slot again because my brain needs some adjusting.
Expect
Tune in.
plenty of Steve in Crucible Radio Year 2.
Year 2?
It's CR2, guys.
CR2. Yes, you're right.
CR2. I like it.
So everyone, I just wanted to take a moment to give a shout out to this week's sponsor and the reason why I sleep way too late, Casper mattresses. And we actually have a special offer with them where you can get $50 towards any mattress purchase by visiting casper.com/crucible and using the offer code Crucible. Crucible. Casper has literally spent thousands of hours developing this mattress. It combines springy latex and supportive memory foams for a sleep surface that's just got the right sink and the right bounce. Plus, its breathable design sleeps cool to help you regulate your temperature through the night, which has been a godsend with how hot it's been where I live. Time magazine even named it one of the best inventions of 2015. That's crazy. There's so many inventions. One of the best. And it comes in this crazy small, how did they do it, size box. Mattresses can often cost well over $1,500, but Casper mattresses cost from $500 for a twin size mattress up to $950 for a king. Casper offers 100 nights risk-free in your own home. You can sleep on it. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you everything. So don't forget to use our special offer and get $50 off any mattress purchase by visiting casper.com/crucible and using offer code Crucible. Terms and conditions apply. Well, I feel like we should talk about us a little bit. Where are we going this CR2, guys?
Well, despite popular belief, we are still in love with and committed to Destiny, and
Despite
we are
what episode 51 says.
You know what I mean.
You know, I want to talk about that because I ended up kind of taking a little hiatus from Destiny when Overwatch came out. You know, I didn't have a ton of time to spend on video games, but I played this other game, very different, kind of didn't feel the same. And then for the past week, the hiatus has continued because I'm just banging my head against this website. But I can honestly say I keep expecting the Destiny fever to break, and instead, all I want to do is get back in. Just the feel of like launching into orbit and running around the tower and just shooting my guns again. Like, I feel in a way more committed and closer to this game than I ever have.
Dude, the reload action on a Mida multi-tool. That like click. Every single time. Literally every single time I reload Mida.
Dude,
it
a shade
feels
step
just as good
right
as the
after you
first
pop
time.
a headshot with a sniper. Just that roll. Just, oh man, there's nothing like it.
So we're very much in love with Destiny. I actually did a raid this week.
Hey, me too.
That's pretty crazy. I did King's Fall with a bunch of people from the Slack, including Cassie, who did our portraits. Had a great time. Birds.
Yeah.
I got a green artifact.
What?
Yeah. A 335 green artifact
Wait,
from the raid.
it's max light?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna go so well with your your King Spire shader.
Yep.
He's got a good look.
Mr. Exclusive.
Woo! That's me. That's my favorite part of year one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just a crazy thing that we just said that the two of us have rated this week. You know, I wanted to talk about where we're at with Destiny at this sort of pivotal moment in our podcast life that's, you know, immediately attached to this game. And you know, we did talk about Overwatch, and we've said that a few times, and there was the question of why aren't you talking about Destiny? But I ended up playing Destiny the day that episode came out because we found out a friend from the Slack hadn't completed the raid, and the reaction to someone saying that and just, you know, just hanging and chatting, and he's saying like, I've actually never done Vault of Glass. So many people were like, you've got to do this. And of course we all rallied. We had to tell people, sorry, we're full, because we had 5 people already that were just dying to get them through the raid. We went and did Vault of Glass, and it was so much fun. We jumped into Crota, and we killed Crota 3 times, and I got my Crux, which I have not gotten up until this week. Turns out I dismantled my ally, so I can't even get the Necrochasm right now. But I got my Crux, and I'm sitting there just going like, wow, like at a moment where I thought I wouldn't be doing this ever again. No, not Destiny, but killing Crota 3 times in one night. And here I am like loving it and having fun. And then I went off and I did a trials ticket. And I suddenly went from just goofing around in the raid to feeling a little nervous, because I realized that the last time I played trials, I was in a mindset of putting a lot of pressure on myself to be the best player on my team, to make plays that are worthy of saving and putting in a montage, and to proving myself to people out there that I'm good at this game. And so I got nervous, and I'm playing careful, and you know, after a couple of weeks of Overwatch, I realized that I value my life in the game more. I was playing slower, but I had this weird, not out of body, but very close kind of way to look at my own play and to predict my actions before I made them, and to sort of prevent trying to be a hero in moments where I wasn't going to have the advantage and stuff like that. And it was strange. It was, I had enough of a break. And of course, fans and listeners, you guys know that I was getting burnt out, and I pulled myself away intentionally for a little bit, but I missed it. I had enough of a break to look at the game from a different perspective and see where my intensity and my frustration and my stress that I had put on myself was hurting my game. And that was a really big thing for me to say, like, oh, I'm not declining at this game. You know, I'm certainly not playing my best right now, but that's going to happen. But progress is a long-term thing. And sometimes it's not something you see right away. Sometimes you see it in the fact that you just pulled off an incredible team wipe in trials, but long-term progress has ups and downs. And it let me see that and to look at Destiny in a new light and see how much time I have ahead of me to keep enjoying it and to keep improving. And maybe my goal right now isn't to be the next leader on Guardian GG, but it did bring new life into me and into my approach to the Crucible. And I don't know, I'm rambling, but I felt oddly at peace after that experience in trials, and it was it needed to happen.
You know, this thing happens to me where I'll play one setup or I'll play one subclass forever and it'll start to feel stale. And all of a sudden it comes to me in a flash. There's some new play style I haven't played before or I haven't played in a while that just makes me fall in love with this game all over again. There's so many different ways to play this game. And even in the Crucible, even in one game mode, there's so many different roles to play and personas to take on. I gotta say, the two things that have really got me fired up right now is one I haven't touched since year one, which is Thorn Shotgun Blade Dancer with Blink. I watched an old Invicta montage and just wanted to even though you can't really do it the same way anymore, just wanted to get back into it and try it out. And the other one that has really got me excited right now, I'm still figuring it out, but it's just brought me a lot of happiness already, is the no backup plans Defender Titan. Ooh. And I can entirely credit that one to a guest we had on the show who to be honest, I didn't really know a lot about up until pretty recently, and just have had a blast watching his videos. So much so, I wanted to record a little theme song to introduce him.
Do I hear sirens?
When the storm caller's zapping and the Goldie's got you greased, call 1-800-FUN-POLICE.
Yo guys, congratulations on 1 year. You guys fully deserve all the success that you've had. And here's to many more. Much love from the Fun Police, and have a good night. Peace.
It's been such a wild trip since this whole thing started. I mean, I think one thing I've picked up from seeing high level play and talking to so many people, it's to just really try and be present. Never phone it in. Stay focused, stay in the moment, be smart and calculating, and bring your A game and just give it everything you've got. And do that all the time. You know, there's always control and laughing around, jumping around, having a fun time. But when it comes down to it, when you want to win, give everything you have and really, really accept no excuses from yourself to not give it 100%. But I gotta say, more than any of that, more than any Crucible strategy or anything, the thing that has really changed the way I look at the world over the last year is realizing that it's not about this show. It's not about putting out an hour of audio. It's not about doing a really great post on the playbook or having a YouTube video that gets a ton of hits. It's about people. It's about all these friends that we've made and these people that we've gotten to talk to. It's getting to know you guys and the other members of the Slack. And I mean, for God's sakes, Orion, the guy who does the call out maps, he just designed my wedding invite. The relationships that we have are what make this game different from any other game. The people it attracts and the way they take care of each other. It's unlike anything else. So be a good citizen and take care of each other and reach out and make friends and take advantage of this thing, because you can only jump around the Cosmo for so long, but I could always play video games with my friends.
What I realized was that what makes this a strong community is definitely not the quality of the video game we all love, but it's the fact that it allows us to connect with each other, because this community started before the game even came out. And if we based it on the quality of this game when it did come out, we wouldn't be here. But whatever form this game has existed in, it's brought me closer to old friends, and it has introduced me to new friends. And that's why we're here. That's why this is awesome. And it's why it's something to us that's worth improving in.
I love the community that has grown around it, and especially the Slack, man. I remember back in December thinking, Oh man, me and you, Bones. I was talking to you. I threw it out. And I was like, do you think we should like make a Slack for all of the fans? Because like I feel like that'd be a good idea to like get like people together and like have a place where they can like find games, or like they can talk about certain things that they like, or even just like learn how to do scrims or sweaties. It was definitely, I remember the like 3 people being in the Slack. And as of right this moment, there is over 2,000 people in there.
It's amazing.
Just nuts.
That's 2,000 of you who appreciate the show, appreciate what we do, and just like love the community and want to help each other. And like, a great example was during the Twitch stream the other day. The chat was going nuts. Like, it was almost impossible to keep up with. It was like being in the Twitch chat.
Oh my God, the gifts.
I just want to thank everyone that's in there for making it a better place, making it a great thing to just like look at all day. You know, the memes that come out of it, the funny stuff, the personalities, the people that are just like willing to put in the time to make this show better and to make the Slack better. Someone like Bobbles, who, oh my God, if we didn't have Crazy Bobbles in the Slack,
be a madhouse.
I probably would have closed it down by now because it would have been too much
experiment.
It would have been too much work. Like, he does so much for us, and I just want to thank him for that, and especially to all the other people who are a part of the Slack and make it a better place to go every day for thousands of people, literally thousands of people.
You know, that's what's so nuts about this community is the little pockets of coolness. Is you can go find a little corner of the internet where some guys who scrim against each other every day will tell you something that you never considered just playing pubs, and you're suddenly like, wait, I get this. This is solved. Or you can hop into a lore channel and listen to Destiny Ghost Stories podcast and learn about the Iron Lords. And, you know, I was starting to write a fan fiction, and I talked to X-Ray from Ghost Stories, and I was like, so what's the deal with this? And he gives me these references to Grimoire and stuff. It was just fantastic. And there's all these little spots of people doing different things and people very passionate about little areas in Destiny. And that's just incredible.
Speaking of some of our other podcasts, because look, despite what you might think, we are not the only Destiny podcast game in town. We've had some fellow podcasters join us on the show, and what year-end episode would be complete without hearing from some of them?
Hey guys, I am Holtzman. I occasionally do the Planet Destiny podcast and a bunch of other stuff for Planet Destiny. Really, the thing that I like about you guys' program is that it's just like an open, safe place to have an open discussion with about anything in the community. And no matter your opinion, even if it's wildly different, you know, it's still going to be discussed and welcomed. And I really enjoy always being able to just listen to the podcast, hear a bunch of different opinions. May not agree with half of them, may not agree with any of them that particular week. But it's a good, you know, it's just good to hear that and hear that it's not a bunch of bickering people. It's good, genuine discussion. And just sometimes I'll tune into the podcast, and it's really nice to hear you guys discussing, you know, call outs on maps, because that's what I have okay gun skill and whatnot. But when I play with a team, all my call outs are usually like, he's right, he's by the thing with yeah, there we go. And you know, then you guys suddenly say, oh yeah, this particular call out right here. And it's like, that makes complete sense. Why haven't I called that? That's I now know, and my teammates know the truck, truck on Widow's Court. It's like, there's only one truck on Widow's Court. Okay. it's good, genuine discussion, and I gotta thank you guys for having the best Destiny podcast out there. You know, when I came on you guys' show, did the interview, I had some expectations. It was very welcoming to be on there. You guys had questions. You know, I think we disagreed about a little bit of stuff, but in the end, it's still just a really welcoming and open place to be able to just talk about whatever the hell we wanted to talk about that particular week. I remember at the end of the session, I was like, look, guys, the biggest tip that you can get for the Crucible is just blame yourself. And then after we were done the podcast, I think it was you. You were like, yes. And then now I need to like add a small redaction to that statement. Unless you get matched with someone in Spain, in which case, just let the accusations fly. Keep innovating, man. That's one of the things I like. You guys are always changing it up. I didn't agree with a lot of what you guys had to say on the open debate on skill-based matchmaking, but I liked the format at the same time. And yeah, just keep innovating. I like that you guys, you don't have the ear of Bungie, but you're bringing on some Bungie guests every now and then. Keep doing that as well. It's always nice to hear from them and see have them have an open conversation with the player base, you guys. I want to thank you guys for having me on all this time, and keep doing what you're doing. Love you guys.
Always good to hear from someone who knows what it's like to talk into a microphone for an hour about a video game and then pause and think, wow, I really like this game, don't I? Maybe I'm crazy.
Probably crazy.
Comes with the territory.
So I was chatting with a buddy of ours. His name is Ignite, and I remember hopping into his stream months ago and being like, I like this dude. His attitude is awesome. He's educating me while also just being generally positive and entertaining. And we sat down and chatted, and I asked him about his favorite moment in the Crucible. Check it out.
Yeah, bubble, still trouble in my city. Some statistic, brothers bleeding, but that's tradition.
Yo, Bones is my homie, dude. Like, he's probably the nicest guy I know. Also the cutest. I hope you hear this, Bones. Love you, bro. Anyways, my favorite PvP moment had to be within the first week of Destiny. I was playing with my friend Max, Skirmish, Firebase Delphi, and I got my first exotic drop ever. That nice bright gold, man. And it was a hard light. Man, I was losing my mind. It was such a good time. Bones, Swain, Bird, congratulations on 1 year. You guys have literally been recording this podcast for as long as the Earth has spun around the sun for one whole rotation. You guys should be very proud of yourselves. And I'm so happy and so honored and so blessed that I could ever know you guys. You guys have made my experience in Destiny and the community literally like nothing else in the world. And keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep on rocking.
Jersey built, Seattle the mind frame. Left my first dice game that look a lot like war. Fuck, we came back, bought some more.
Well, that is quite a way to put it. We've done one complete rotation around the sun of podcasting. That's rather poetic, especially for a game where you're a space wizard. And it makes you think, where do you think we're going to be a year from now? Where do you guys want to be a year from now?
I mean, I know that a year from now, to be able to think about like all the great stuff that could possibly be in the next iteration of Destiny, like 60 frames per second, all that stuff, all the things that we like knew we couldn't get this year one, and we're just hyped out of our minds for Destiny 2. I'm hoping that a year from now we're talking about that. But for me personally, like I've spent the past year getting exponentially better at this game in the Crucible, and to the point where that's my favorite thing to do when I log on. It used to be like soloing Crota or, doing the Nightfall and all that. Like those were fun and like hanging out with friends. But like I have a competitive streak in me, and being able to do the Crucible and enjoy it and actually get good at it. Like I'm much better than I used to be. And like I don't care about the stats. I don't need to know what my overall KD is. Like I've given up on that by now. It fluctuates. But like I said, like I'm getting better and I really appreciate it. And I want a year from now, I want to be continuing that. I feel like I'm on this plateau right now and I am just about to break to the other side. And I'm ready. I'm ready to get even better at this game, to voop my way to the top. I want to do more Twitch streams and have our fans come out and hang out and have a good time. So a year from now, I want to be on top of the world. I'll be married. I'll be a married man in a new house a year from now for sure. But I mean, I'll be right here. I'll be podcasting a year from now. I can guarantee it.
That old Swain guarantee. You can always trust it.
Deal.
Yeah, when I think about one more year of Crucible Radio and one more year of trying to be a Crucible warrior, you know, like I was saying earlier, I definitely had to step a few steps back and take a look at my game. And I think what I really want out of this game now is to, a year from now, hopefully sooner, to be someone that can always want to keep going and always find a positive spin on something. Because, you know, it's one of the first things we started preaching on this show was don't tilt, adapt. And I do that as well as I can. I think I'm pretty good at it. But that doesn't prevent me from getting frustrated, both with the game and with myself. And I think a year from now, I want that to be the least of my worries. And, you know, maybe it's okay to be tier 2. Maybe that's as good as I'll ever be, because there are people who are better than me right now and have nowhere to go but up. And that's kind of scary if you think about it. But maybe my goal isn't to be the best, but to say that I have improved over the last year would be, that'd be a victory for me, because I think that's really what we set out to do when we started. It wasn't to become the best. It was to improve. And to say a year from now that I've done just that and I've improved that whole time in another 52, I'll be pretty proud to say that. And I really hope I can. And I think I will.
Well, when it comes to improving, I think we've had one guest in particular who has really devoted himself to helping all Guardians get better. He's a fan favorite. We've had him on the show a couple times, and Steve threw down the challenge. Got to make sure to balance it out. I sat down and had a little talk with our buddy Fallout, and here it is. I was trying to think back to the very first time you really came on my radar. I want to say it must have been a post on the playbook that you did. And all I remember about it was that you had a ton of gifts, which is always appreciated. And you had the gifts, a lot of them were set on Shores of Time. I don't remember what the video was. But I just remember thinking quality post. I think we actually invented tagging posts as editor's choice right when you started making lots of posts.
Stop. Get out of here.
Yeah. Nah, you take the time, man. You take the time to do the research. And for a long time, you were just sort of like Destiny research guy in my mind.
Yeah. I like
I
being
also
that
knew
guy.
you as Shipbeard the Pirate.
A lot of
too.
people do.
I'm glad we can just call you Fallout now.
I love that. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what video that was, that all the gifts were on Shores of Time. You know what it might have been?
Maybe not all of them, but most of them.
I want to say maybe it was the Night Stalker one, but
it was before Night Stalker. It was this was going back. I mean, this was early days of Playbook.
Probably old, man. Probably super old.
Well, it doesn't matter. What was the next thing that happened?
The next thing that happened
in the story of Birds and Fallout becoming friends.
Oh, what a great story.
It's an epic saga.
Well, I mean, you invited me. Am I allowed to talk about the Slack chat, or is that?
Let's call it the Secret Society.
The Secret Society. Yeah, you invited me to the Secret Society, and that was just awesome. God, there's so many great people there. It's just.
Well, I was gonna say a bunch of like self-absorbed assholes.
A bunch of self-absorbed shit posters who also love Destiny, and
that accurate.
And it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing.
That's pretty much it. We got you on the hook Did you become a mod, or were you on the show first? You must have been on the show.
I was on the show for a while before making an appearance in the society. Yeah.
When you came on the show, I remember I just started to get my sort of pre-interview patter down. And one of the things I was telling people, because a lot of people aren't like professional broadcasters like we are. But I would tell people like, all right, now I want, just so I have some latitude when I'm editing, between sentences, just like give me a little pause. Try not to do run-on sentences. And goddamn, if you didn't make every single sentence a standalone unit with precisely 0.75 seconds on either side of it.
Well, look, I didn't want to mess anything up. I mean, you guys, first of all, Crucible Radio was on my radar. You guys had just popped up, and I had listened to you guys. I thought it was great. And then I heard you were, picked up by Planet Destiny, and I was like, more power to them. They're awesome. They need more exposure. And then when you guys invited me to be on the show, I was so happy and flipping out. You sent me over this instruction packet of what we were gonna what to do, basically like the protocols,
extensive guest packet,
protocols for being a guest on Crucible Radio. And I took it I had like a yellow highlighter, and I was highlighting stuff. And I came home. I live in an apartment building in Brooklyn, and some of my neighbors are kind of loud. And, I deal with it because, you live in an apartment building, you deal with people. I mean, kids are going to be kids, kids are loud. But I came home the night of the recording, and I think it was the night before, I had a letter that I had written up at work, basically that I put under all my neighbors' doors saying, hey, listen, I'm gonna be on a podcast that we're going to record live. It'd be super cool if you could just
oh my God,
have your kids not flip out or something. I would really appreciate it.
This is news to me. That is exciting. But you know what I will say is that just shows that a level of respect and a level of taking this serious that you have both for the show and for Destiny itself. And I think that's I think that's kind of what made you such a, you're a fan favorite.
I appreciate
and
that,
and made
man.
us want to continue to invest in you. You're a moderator now, very polite. Pick that up quickly. And you're also finally on fucking PS4, so we can play video games together. That is true.
I love that we can actually play together now.
From time to time.
Makes me happy.
And now there's new projects in the future. We got the Overwatch podcast with you, Swain, and Bones.
Yeah.
And more Destiny stuff.
Always more Destiny stuff, man.
It's been a hell of a year.
And we got Destiny Con coming up.
Oh, Destiny
It's gonna be great, man.
You know what? You know what I'll tell you, because it was a trip the first time I got to meet Bones, but Swain especially.
Yeah.
You never know who's tall.
I am not tall.
All right, well, you never know who's short. Are you short? Are you medium sized? Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Okay.
This will be a treat for Destiny Con. Just getting to find out, because you don't get a sense when you see people on stream. And nobody knows what I look like because I'm secretive.
That's true, yeah.
I like it that way. I'm actually worried about Destiny Con that.
Why?
Well, people are just going to want to take pictures, and then my internet name in this Destiny community is going to be associated with my real life face.
Get out of here.
And I know. You streamers don't think twice about it, but
not anymore. I mean, I used to. I was kind of I was streaming Destiny a long time, and this was when my brother first started to get into the game. And I was you kind of have to ask, streamer protocol, in my opinion.
Sure.
It's hey, do you guys, if you have a party chat going, you're like, hey, do you guys mind if I put your audio on the party chat or something like that?
Sure.
And they'll be like, yeah, we don't care. But I think the first time I ever played with my brother and I was going to stream, I told him what I was doing, and he was like, wait, you're going to what? No, I don't want you to do that. Don't do that. And then now here we are later. Not only does he love it when we put his audio on the stream, but he has his own Twitch channel. It's just it's a whole new thing. You just stop worrying about it so much. And people love you. What are you going to care?
Well, okay, here's my plan. You remember the Halloween event? They had all those papercraft masks.
Totally.
And they actually gave instructions. You Google them. They have 6 pages that you print out on 11 by 17.
Sure.
I actually swear to God, I got the my favorite, of course, the tiger mask, and had it sent to the local print shop. Got it printed out on glossy ass paper. I'm going to build it, and I'm going to come to Destiny Con. Probably I'm just going to let people take pictures of my face, and it'll just be out there on the internet. But I do have the kitty mask to wear all weekend. If need be. I do have the out. I just feel like George Costanza. My worlds are colliding. You got to keep this one over here, and there's this one over here, and never the twain shall meet.
You know what would be great, and maybe we can have a conversation about this later. If we went to Destiny Con dressed as Swain. If I could somehow rig some kind of beard. I'm never gonna grow facial hair.
Yeah, you're gonna need.
I'm like baby face for life. Yeah, I would have to go to the store and get some.
Buy out the dollar store of temporary tattoos.
That's true. Put them all
Catch
over.
up with him.
Put on a sweet beard, and then I'll just go as Swain.
Well, we're, deep down inside, we're all Swain.
Of course, come on.
And Swain is all of us. All right, man. Well, thank you for a great year, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
It's been a fantastic time. You guys are doing great. You deserve all the success you get. I'm looking forward to playing with you into next year and beyond. Always.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Anytime, buddy.
So there's been a lot of speculation about our podcast that this episode would be bringing another installment of the Crucible rap. You know, our Bones is famous for it. And we kind of went back and forth and ended up with a little bit of a surprise. We got somebody doing a Crucible radio rap for us on our behalf. What?
Wait a
Not
minute.
Bones on
Wait
the
a
rap?
minute.
Hey.
When you hear it, you'll understand.
Yo, it's your boy Bones, here to proudly introduce Leon Young, aka Daddy Fat Snaps. Let's go, bringing it down. Here we go.
So I heard that you wanted to get good in PvP. Come with me, I got something you need to see. It could be the key to unlocking the mystery. Become a legend guardian, rule the world of destiny. Whether it's intricacies of your artillery and learning synergy with your team on the victory, they got you. First of the kind, got the game shook. Put together destiny minds and brought the playbook. What they won't do is make excuses, that's useless. Shotguns are OP, learn how to use it. Snipers got you down, we'll learn how to abuse it. Counter is the key, man, listen to the music. Brought multiplayers together for the better. Learn anything from all the trendsetters and go forth and take the knowledge they lent you. Subscribe and tell them that Daddy Fat Snap sent you.
Leon, man, Daddy Fat Snaps. You know, he started off, I remember from the early days of the playbook, like him just putting together these posts, these good, insightful posts talking about stuff that no one else was talking about. Like I remember when he was the only person talking about like Puppeteer and Bumper Jumper and like getting people thinking like that, just talking about map control. He's got his own style, but he's been doing these rap battle videos. You got a little taste of what he's capable of. Go check him out. He's on YouTube. Subscribe to him. You will be so happy when you see a new video show up from Mr. Daddy Fat Snaps. Check him out.
It sounds like we need to battle.
I think there's a rap battle coming.
I feel like it's got to happen. I got to defend my territory here.
Just come on this podcast and do a rap.
That was hype though.
Rip a dap dap a doop dap.
Yes, Wayne.
Dip it up. Let's talk a little bit about our proudest accomplishments, guys. It's been a long year and a short year almost at the same time. It feels both.
Flew by.
What are you guys most proud of? I know mine.
Man, I don't know if I can narrow it down. I have to say there's maybe a few general feelings that I really enjoyed. One is getting someone to the lighthouse for the first time, and that happened a few times. I'm not some master double carrier, but we got there. Someone said, "Hey, this is my first time coming here," and it was awesome. It feels so good, and a few of those people I'm still friends with and play with today. That's a damn good feeling. Another fun thing was the podcast playoff. Even though we lost to Planet Destiny, good old Pope Bear, Holtzman, and Teft and Breyer. That was fun. It was so cool seeing the community rally to witness this PvP thing, the mode that everyone hates, and shout out to those guys and Pope, who has since retired, went out on a good note as champion, and that was fun. And maybe I gotta say that visiting Bungie was pretty damn cool.
Oh god, yeah,
like for obvious reasons, but it really was. That. It really was an eye-opening moment and a thing I will never forget. Even if I become an old man who doesn't play video games,
I mean, like pair that with meeting each other for the first, like
right,
for the first time at the same time as going to Bungie. That was a hell of a trip.
That was a
hell of a trip. You
that
find
was a
out
blast
you
of a weekend.
Never know who's tall. It surprises you. Well, I don't know if I mean, you hit a lot of the big ones. I certainly remember going to the lighthouse for the first time. That was a good feeling. But I just have this like, it's kind of silly thinking back on it. But just this moment, I was solo queued playing skirmish on Burning Shrine, and Mrs. Birds walked by. And I just remember I was so in the zone that I was narrating out loud as I was playing. I knew where every other player was on the map. I didn't need to see my radar, and I just called him out. All right, he's coming around this corner. He just heard me. He's going to peek now in 3, 2, 1. And then I shot him, and I turned around. And I say, his teammate was trying to pinch me from the other side. He's going to be coming up the stairs now. And I shot him. And that was just a moment where it clicked what is possible in this game when you really understand it. I mean, it's not a big flashy moment. It just, the feeling of it when all of a sudden everything clicks and you're unstoppable. It's something I've been chasing ever since.
Man, I had a Rumble game like that just this past week. I got into a Rumble match late. I was at 1100 and this guy was right on the edge. Like the music starts playing. Like, you know how at the end the guy's about to get the win.
Yeah.
And it starts getting intense.
I've had music turned off for the past year or so.
Yeah, that makes sense. But either way, it was getting intense, and this guy was spending the entire first half of the match shotgunning me and just putting me through it. And I turned on the Voop and went from 1100 to the win with this guy sitting at 2300 in a Rumble match.
And top that.
I'm just it's just one of the moments I had to put the controller down, yeah, it's 2 a.m. at my house, and I'm I gotta kind of stay quiet, but it was enjoyable. And I would say the other thing was that first time when Greenie sent me the my montage, and I opened it and watched it for the very first time, and I was like, this thing is hype as fuck.
Yeah.
Hype as fuck.
Yes, it is.
Getting the moment of the week emblem, that was a good one. It's been a great year.
It's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
Well, you guys want to do another one?
Yeah.
CR2, here we come.
I'm down. Said I'd cry. Haven't cried yet.
Come on. Give me some tears.
It's not tears. It's just hype and happiness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so weird. I try and explain it to a lot of people, and it's a weird concept that some of my best friends, 2 of my best friends, I rarely get to see ever.
Yeah.
And I talk to them more than a lot of my family too. I talk to you guys every single day, and it's just weird. I'll be seeing you guys soon in July for Birds' wedding, and then again for Destiny Con, and then again for my wedding.
Hell yeah. CR2 is gonna be lit.
Yeah, right? The woman I'm marrying has never met you guys. And that's the weird thing that Destiny does. It's we've spent so much time together and we bonded so well, and we haven't even had to been in the same room together.
I'm getting a little teary.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Deal.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you everyone.
To Mr. Andrew Gomez, who produces this show every week. Engineer Andrew, couldn't do it without you. Thank you to every guest we've had on the show. Too many to name. You've all been a blast to work with. Thank you to the Crucible Playbook Mod Squad. Thank you, Greek. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Fallout. Thank you, Orion, who does the maps.
Lime.
And Keen.
Oh, we gotta let's have Keen on 53.
Okay.
His new show is something else. Thank you to our friends at Planet Destiny who have turned this show into something else. Thank you for Midroll. Thank you for Casper mattresses. Hooking it up.
Oh, you have no clue. I sleep so well.
Oh, it's like a baby. I gotta.
I moved someone's Casper recently, and I was like, this thing is soft.
Thank you to all the musicians from all of year one. On this episode, we heard LaCube, Odd Folks, Sean Wonder, Chell Nelson, Kung Fu Grip, The Ghosties, and Silas Black from Cabin Games, Pocket Watch Thieves, and of course, Fisherman, and everybody else we've played and all the music we're going to play in year 2. You make this show something special. Thank you.
Thank you everyone that's supported us along the way. Like all of our Twitter followers, all of our YouTube subscribers, like every single person that has chosen to automatically download this show every week, whether it's iTunes, Podbean, all those crazy Android apps.
Thank you to the people who watch me and Swain on stream and spend more time listening to us talk around or die repeatedly in the Crucible. But it's always a fun time, and everyone in the Slack who talks to us and wants to chat about Destiny or just life in general. It's amazing.
Thank you to every single person that's sent me a message on PlayStation after playing a game, like a GG or like love the show. I may not be able to always respond because I've turned off the notification on my actual PlayStation, but I read every single one.
My mom was visiting from a neighboring town. And it was right around where this thing was becoming a pretty locked in part of my life and something I was excited about all the time, and people were liking it. And I was telling her all about it. She had heard stuff before. She really wasn't getting what Destiny was because it's a video game. My mom doesn't play video games, so I just turned on Destiny. I went to the tower and I was explaining, where I go to get bounties, what my character looks like, what I do all the time, the fact that you can interact with, hey, see that guy, that's someone else in the real world. He's playing Destiny and we're in the same social space. And someone ran over to me with a hunter, waved, and danced. And my mom was like, what? They can dance? Yeah, and I was like, watch, I can dance too. And I was having a little dance party with a hunter in the tower, and a message pops up, and it just says like, yo, Bones from Crucible Radio. Fun seeing you here. Keep it up, man. And it was the guy dancing with me in the tower, and my mom was looking at me like, what? Like, what was that interaction you just had? And I was like, that's just it. Like, that's like people like this. People are friendly in this game, and people say hello, and that just blew my mind. We're not the most famous people by any means in terms of the video game world, and sometimes I say things that piss people off, but it's amazing that anyone listens. It always never ceases to surprise me day in and day out when someone says, hey, love the show.
Well, Swain, you want to do the honors with our new outro? I guess say a little different from now on. CR2.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as always, you can find us on the space internet at crucibleradio.com.
crucibleradio.com, motherfucker. You can also use crucibleradio.net if you're feeling edgy.
Whoa!
Yeah. We went all out. Oh, yeah.
Too edgy for me.
Find us there. You can get anything you need. YouTube, Slack, all that. Twitter. Find us there. We love you guys.
We love you. Thank you.
Let's go play some Destiny.
One, 2, 3.